Hi there, this is the third of our training and chart setup tutorials. In today's video, we are going to build on the last training video to complete your trading setup. This includes why bother setting up charts. We talk about how to set up a 2-day chart. We look into setting up a weekly chart. And at the end, again, I'll share a trading tip with you guys for the week. Let's jump into it. Why setting up charts, you might ask? There are a few good reasons for that. Gain broader perspective for the market. Daily and weekly charts allow you to see price movements over a longer time frame, which can give you a broader perspective on market trends and help you make better informed decisions. An important one, reduce noise and volatility. Longer time frame charts can help you filter out the noise and volatility of shorter time frames, allowing you to focus on the longer term trends and patterns that are most relevant to your trading strategy. And we'll see that afterwards when we jump into it. Identify trends. Different time frames can help you identify trends and determine whether the market is trending up, down, or sideways over a bigger time range. This can help you to make much better trading decisions and increase your chances of success. And lastly, and overall, plan your trades better. This helps you to plan your trades more effectively by giving you a better understanding of the market context and helping you to identify potential entry and exit points. This can help you manage risk and improve your overall trading performance. And lastly, it helps you to save a lot of time by having to set up charts and charts over again. So let's jump into TradingView and have a look on how to set them up. Okay, back into TradingView. As from the last video, that's pretty much where we left at. That probably looks familiar to you. If you watched the last couple of videos, we set up our TradingView page. We set up the RSI, the MACD. We set up Lux Algo to provide order blocks and supporting trend lines. So nothing has changed. So what I would recommend now is to look at longer term timeframes. I mean, it always depends on what currency you look at. I personally like to work a lot with the Bitcoin, USDT, but as said, keep in mind when you're setting up timeframes, it obviously all depends on the accuracy of the relevant currency. So none of these ones are the same. So always have a look at that one. But personally, I set something up for the Bitcoin for the longer term time frame. I always prefer to look at from the day-to-day trading for our daily charts. But if I look at the long-term trend, I usually prefer to work with the 2-day charts. So next step, if you follow my steps here to set up your TradingView charts, make sure you click onto the 2-day chart, which will look a bit different. Again, on the settings, I haven't changed anything. We still got the volume on here, which is obviously a good indicator. We have the RSI on there, which helps. Again, doesn't matter what time frame it is, and we also have the MACD oscillator on there as well. The additional things on my chart you might see here, hopefully it's not too confusing. What I've shown here is the long-term fib channel. It's these lines which go from the bottom up here. As you see here, the Bitcoin price respects fairly heavily these channels. Price comes up here, gets rejected down to the next channel, breaks through, makes its way up to the top channel, gets rejected down, and you see always at these fib channels, the Bitcoin price respects them. It tries to go up again, couldn't make the upper, got rejected, went down, broke through that one fairly heavily, then was holding up here, broke through, came up again, and then obviously from there, as you see here, the downwards rally was holding up here, boom, broke down to the next one, was holding here, couldn't hold, broke down to the next one, broke through here, tried a couple of times to break above, went down here. The blue line I marked up here, that's the 2017 cycle top. As you can see as well, the Bitcoin very strongly respected that line here, taken a long time to break through to the next fib line here, broke through as well. But then luckily, I think from my personal point of view, it's probably the bottom of the market. It couldn't break down to the next line here. I know there was a lot of talk in different forums that we're going down to 10,000 or 12,000 for the Bitcoin price, which would have been the next support line. But it looks like here we had almost like that double bottom, broke above here. So as I said, it could be that it comes down again to around the $20,000 mark before it goes up to the next one. But hopefully we're going to see in future weeks and months that, you know, it's not going to break below again and slowly climbing up again. But that's just in case the fib level is confusing here. But you can see here from my trading point of view. So what I want to see here on these long-term charts, straight away, pretty much the last 12 months is broken down into a very short picture here. As you can see here, market comes down, went up. We got an order block here, got rejected as well. And I personally, keep in mind, I don't trade shorts. I generally trade more the long-term uptrends. As we can see here, there was an order block here. And then the recent, over the last week, rejection of the 25K level, there's a very strong order block here, came down here. When you look at the chart here as well, you can see here from about mid-January, the RSI was heavily oversold, went down despite the price going up. So at this point in time, you could already see coming that there has to be some sort of a adjustment happening. Question is now, does it come down to 21, 22? I don't believe personally it's going to break much lower before it kind of makes the way up. But that's the kind of the handy hint having these order blocks on the chart. Now the most important signals here when you set up on these 2-day charts, the Lux Algo signals. So when you jump in here or jump on one step back, you have here the dashboard window, which kind of signals you optimal sensitivity 26. So as per previous video, when you work on the smaller time frames or jump around from the 4-day daily chart, going back into here, Lux Algo Premium, talked about last time, we have that setting on autopilot. Obviously works fairly well. Now on the longer term time frames, 2 days and weekly charts, these signal sensitivity levels don't change a lot and are very consistent. So generally what I do is switch autopilot off and add exactly the signal sensitivity level, what Lux Algo recommends here, 26. That means you get the most accurate long-term signal for the whole thing, which means if you look at that one, we pretty much had just a couple of weeks after the cycle top, we had a sell signal. And as you see here, the candle coloring changes as well from green to red, which pretty much it's started the downtrend, goes in red, and we haven't had a buy signal all the way down. I know we tried a few times to break out, but Lux Algo haven't given us a buy signal until mid-January. We got a buy signal, which I jumped in. And I said that's more long-term trading, but it just gives you an idea of how powerful that tool is. Obviously, don't jump blindly just going after these signals. But again, if you go back in time, we had a sell signal here, all the way down here, with a buy signal here, all the way up here. It really gives you a long range to work with. That's why I really personally like looking at these 2-day charts combined with Lux Algo and the buy and sell signals, because these ones are really accurate. But keep in mind, it's different for every currency. So if you look, for example, at Ethereum, it might not work on the 2-day chart, something else. But if you go at Bitcoin, it just works very well. So that's pretty much the 2-day chart. Let's have a look at the, okay, now we jumped over into the weekly chart. Again, if you follow my setting here, make sure you jump onto the weekly chart. As I said, I haven't changed any other settings. As you see here, the order blocks automatically adapt from 2 days to weeklies. So again, there's even more noise removed. They're less frequent ones, so more the really important ones. Again, we have the MACD, the RSI at the bottom. The only thing what I switched on is the Smart Trail. When you jump in here, you can click on Smart Trail, as you see here, switches that thing on and off. Just gives you a bit of an additional feature here. As well, make sure when you set it up, the sensitivity is 10, not 26 as per the last one. So you jump in Luxargo here, change the signal sensitivity to 10 to just adjust these signals. And as you see here as well, it's kind of giving you the sell signal right at the top, the buy signal right at the bottom. I'm just looking at the RSI here. If you compare that one, you can see here from pretty much January 2021, we kind of have seen a declining RSI all the way to the bottom. Got rejected, a slight breakout until just recently broken out. So to make a trading decision, based on the breakout plus buy signal from Luxargo, as I said, I can't get any better. So set time will tell. We still have here the Smart Trail, still shows a bullish resistance at around 26.5. We'll see if we're going to break that through over the next few weeks. But again, if you go back in time on a weekly chart, obviously condenses the whole trading journey over a very, very short period of time. If we go back to 2019, we kind of a buy here, got supported. As we ended up breaking here, the market rejected down to about $4,000 from $10,000, massive drop. But as soon as we broke through that red resistance line, the Smart Trail flipped to buy, support all the way up. Again, similar thing here, had a couple of flips around over a period of time. But then, as I said, as it finally broke through, that was resistance all the way. So the time will tell what's going to happen over the next few weeks. But given we had a buy signal here, so that's the first buy signal since November, or since the sales signal in November 2021, fairly confident that's going to be positive and we're going to break that through over the next few weeks. But as I said, not financial advice. That's just my personal recommendation. What I do myself here, I've pretty much bought after that buy signal here. And what the weekly chart tells us, the next resistance lines here is around 46,000. Obviously different to the 2-day chart, but if you're really looking at long-term timeframes or more looking at long-term investing into cryptocurrencies, that chart is probably for you. All right. So I think that covers pretty much everything I wanted to cover here. As I said, if there's any questions, feel free to comment onto the video below, and then let's jump into the tip of the week. Okay, now we're here for the trading tip of the week. This week, from my point of view, it is Cardano. If you jump on the Cardano chart, we're on the daily chart here. See here, Cardano has heavily gone down over 20% since mid-February over the last 3 weeks. But we see here we got a strong order block. Also, the volume is declining. That means the market kind of is not of the same opinion, and I don't think that move is continued. We've seen here the RSI has gone down, so I've drawn here a trend line because what I want to do is for my own trading, decide yourself if you follow or not, waiting for the breakout here. But as I said, it really tried to break through that order block here. That's the daily. If we jump onto the 4-hour chart, as you see here as well, Lux Algo has drawn a trend line. As that trend line goes through. So if you are more risk-averse trader, you can literally jump into that trade once it breaks out here, or jump in straight away to see if it breaks any lower. But as well here, that green line is the discount zone, and it's indicating it is a very strong point of support, 71%. As I said, it is very unlikely that it's going to break through. We had also another strong buy signal here. So obviously, the lower you jump in, the higher is the reward, but obviously the higher the risk. Or you can wait for the breakout here, potentially retest of that trend line before you jump into the trade. But watch this space this week. I reckon we're going to see a very, very strong breakout of this one coming up. That's all. That's really it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning into this video. To quickly summarize on what we covered today, the reasons on why to set up charts. We looked at to set up a 2-day charts. We looked at to set up a weekly charts, and then we shared the trading and discussed the trading tip of the week. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our future videos. In case you're new here and you missed the previous trading setup tutorial series, click on the previous video to the right here. Also, we have some exciting content lined up for next week, which include looking into trading bots to complete your trading setup, general market update, and trading opportunities for the upcoming week. So make sure you stay tuned and don't miss it. In the meantime, leave your thoughts and comments below. We always love hearing from you. See you in the next one. Bye.